Once upon a time, all animals without exception were wild. But then some of them began to live closer to humans. And we are not just talking about the domestication of cats and dogs. First, we started keeping chickens and other animals as a source of meat, eggs, wool, and other benefits. And then mankind noticed that some species of animals began to disappear. To stop their extermination, sanctuaries were built with rare animals protected within them. Scientists wondered how quickly animals get used to humans and how this interaction affects their behavior. It turns out that living with people strongly dulls the defenses of animals and they become unadaptable to the wild. Moreover, by staying in human homes and sanctuaries, animals almost completely stop evolving. There are also other negative sides of animals' contact with people. About them we will talk. About how communication between animals and people affects their behavior. It was told in the scientific journal PLOS Biology. As part of the scientific work, researchers examined the results of 173 studies on the ability of 102 animal species to withstand predators. All of them were united by the fact that they are closely related to humans. The animals were divided into three groups: domestic, protected, and those living in urban environments. The results of the aforementioned studies showed that all of these animals became so strongly accustomed to humans that, over time, they ceased to be afraid of predators in the wild completely. Being around people, animals really have nothing to fear. For domestic animals and protected species, there is virtually no threat from predators. Animals living in urban areas can still sometimes be attacked by bloodthirsty creatures, but the likelihood is also small. And this is despite the fact that unlike domestic and protected animals, urban dwellers do not receive much support from humans. That said, urban animals are more ready to return to the wild and will be able to fight back against predators if necessary. And domestic and protected species, at the sight of a predator, will probably wait for human intervention and likely die. This is not very good news. On top of all this, animals used to humans evolve more slowly. You could say that some of them hardly ever evolve. And that's because their lives are virtually uncomplicated, they're protected, warm, and they don't suffer from hunger. They have no need to adjust to difficult conditions, whereas wild animals are constantly adapting to difficulties. In general, domestic animals and endangered species in reserves are much weaker than their wild relatives. According to biologists, the results of scientific work can be used to better protect animals from extinction. There is nothing wrong with conservationists keeping rare species in nature reserves. Once the population is restored, they are released into the wild, and that is where problems can arise. Based on the results of the study, it appears that rare animals are more likely to fall prey to predators after being around people. Many years of work by people to restore the population can simply become trampled in the mud. At this point, scientists believe that conservationists should keep a closer eye on animals released from nature reserves into the wild. If there is a risk of attack by predators, they should be protected. When they give birth in the wild, there will be no need to worry about the new generation. Because they will not rely on help from humans, their alertness will be higher. This means that they will be fully prepared for the attack of predators. Recently, scientists found out that thanks to the measures taken, animal protectors managed to save dozens of endangered species from extinction. Among these lucky ones were the Puerto Rican Amazon, the Pyrenean lynx, and the Przewalski horse.